The heavyweight division is front and center in the UFC, as we've got the 205-pound champ, Daniel Cormier, going against the three-time defending UFC heavyweight champ, the baddest man on the planet, Stipe Miocic, in what can be listen, it's a defining fight for Daniel Cormier. I'm Dan Cox. Thanks for joining me, guys. Listen, and I said this before, Daniel Cormier has been defined by his fights with Jon Jones. And that is a lot to do with, Cormier's own ability to handle this. Now, he's kind of pushed this narrative that Jon Jones, he's got to beat Jon Jones. Jon Jones is the greatest. Well, he's not been able to do that, and he has been boxed in and defined by Jon Jones, fighting from the shadow of Jon Jones, really. And that's a sad thing. Jon obviously has his problems. He's not able to compete in the UFC. And you've got someone like Daniel Cormier who, as a heavyweight, is undefeated. And I would say to you that a fight against Stipe Miocic is a much better fight for Daniel Cormier than a fight against a long Jon Jones with a 12-inch reach and a very unorthodox style. And at the end of the day, if Cormier is going to be defined, he is coming towards the end of his career. This is a man getting up towards 40 years old. And this is a huge opportunity for Cormier to become a two-division champ and end his career out, just in an amazing fashion with two belts, two different divisions, and the baddest man on the planet. The problem is he's going against Stipe Miocic, who is the baddest man on the planet, who has defended the belt more than anyone in history of the UFC 3 times. Just got done beating a very scary man in Francis Ngannou. And so he is looking at Cormier, and I think it might look like an easy fight for Stipe. And don't get me wrong, I don't think Stipe underestimates anybody. But looking at Daniel Cormier, a guy that is cutting down to 205, even though it is an extremely hard cut for him, make no mistake about that. Now he's going to move up to the heavyweight division. And with Cormier, you got to worry. And I've got to tell you guys, I have been besides the Fox Sports desk. I have seen the bucket of Church's chicken. And Daniel Cormier does love the Church's chicken. Will he put the weight on healthy? Will he put it on, with Church's chicken? Will he get too much? Will he slow down? Is he going to have a problem with his gas tank? Or will he move forward and dominate like he has every time in the heavyweight division? Obviously, wrestling is going to play a huge part, and Cormier has always got that in his back pocket. But Stipe Miocic is a wrestler as well. And this is a guy that can fight dirty, he can fight ugly, and he can hurt you. And he is in there to finish the fight. And you have to look at that last fight with that win over Ngannou, when he turned around and grabbed that belt out of Dana White's hands, handed it to his coach to put on his waist. No love lost there, obviously. I think Stipe is looking to make a statement and get his 4th win, 4th defense as the heavyweight champion of the UFC. I'm curious, what do you guys think about this? Do you think Daniel Cormier is going to be able to take the belt and become a 2-division champion? Or is this just too much for Cormier and Stipe will dominate? Will he take this fight? You guys let me know what you think about this. I'm very, very curious. I'm also excited about Muay Thai, you guys, lion fights, Anthony Sitpolik. There's so much happening in Muay Thai. Man, the next show, we're talking Muay Thai. But hey, for right now, for Modern Pugilist Entertainment, I'm Dan Cox. We will see you next time.